Alright, I'm in program mode, 11 millimeter at 4K 24p. So, I'm finally going to go downtown. Everything's good in the car. Got my other Sony ZV-E10, which is now in the studio. The HDMI is working. It looked kind of shady. It was flickering and I was getting worried about it again. So we'll see how this handles. Why am I at 4K 24 instead of 4K 30? Well, let's see if there's less stuttering. This 11 millimeter is pretty fast. You know, from showing you what's going on the side. I think instead of driving to Evans, you know, where I usually have to wait for my Frappy Mocha, I'm going to go ahead to Nacogdoches, since that's the closest one, and go there. And then continue on with the sunset. Hopefully I'll get everything by the time I get there. So you say, why 11 millimeter? Well, okay. I can't raise it any higher because of the windshield. So I got this camera on the ball head and on the ZDO tripod. Low tabletop tripod. It's all metal. The ball head is very stable. It's not moving or bumping or anything like that. I got the lens hood on, but it's backwards, okay? Now, working with the studio setup, if you have like cinematic look or picture profile, on the ZV-E10 you cannot use the framing. Okay, you have to disable that. You have to disable the steady shot also. But you see, when you do framing, it crops anyway. And I think it's more than dynamic active, or it's just like it. So I see no difference. Plus, with the framing, you can't walk around with it. You just have to, you know, set it down and then you walk away or do your thing and it'll follow you. It's called auto framing, I think, or pan framing or whatever. Oh my goodness. Look at all those tiny birds. See if they fix the pipes. Yeah, some are damaged here. Yeah, they fixed the ones that they were damaged. Got my lights on. So this should be turning black. Yep, there it goes. I see people talking. Don't see them working. And they may be getting ready for tonight also. Man, there's a lot of heavy equipment. So it's at sunset right now. Usually I'll be driving for it, but there's hardly any clouds and you'll just see the sun going down. That's why I didn't go out earlier. Got done feeding my pet, so they're good. On the ZV-E10, I ordered the silver, well, the kit lens, which is 16 to 50. the power zoom, and then the 55 to 210. And actually that silver and black, or silver and metal gray, okay, there it is, McDonald's. Come on, guy. Quite a few people. Trying to figure out what this road is that goes around McDonald's and the next door. Maybe that's where you have to turn off into the instead of in here. I don't know. I'm not watching any football tonight. I guess it's the Denver Broncos against the Kansas City Chiefs. So I've been dying to drive at night to the city, but had to get my car oil changed. Waited all last weekend for Lincoln to reply. I just gave up on them. And then I've been ordering stuff, and it's been coming in every day. So I have the advantage of picking it up. Been ordering groceries, forgetting what things, and I'm been trying to get this bread, and they're sold out all the time. But I don't want any other type of bread either. But anyway, so I'm getting a dummy battery tomorrow, and it'll either go on this camera or the one on the ZV-E10 in the studio, for the Sony studio. So I took off the ZV-1 Mark II, because that's going to be my travel camera, okay? And I can hook it up if I wanted to the studio, but I'd rather have that as a mobile camera. Well, that's a tiny Ford, the Focus SE. You know, I never did look at that Ford Focus.
McDonald's, will you be able to use some mobile today?
No, ma'am.
What can I get for you today?
Can I have a large mocha frappe?
A large mocha?
Frappe.
Anything else?
That's it, thank you.
You can pull to the first window.
All right. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are brand new working. I knew something was wrong. I had my other car keys inside the car all this time. So I'm waiting for Nikon ZF to ship. I hope I'm not on the part where I have to wait until they've been resupplied. So may have to go another route and order it through Nikon USA, but that may hold on to it also. Hi.
You have the large mocha frap?
Yes, ma'am.
563. Thank you. Here you go, sir. You have a safe night.
You too. All right. So, got my Rode lavalier mic on. And you know what? I'm just gonna raise it up. I'm doing an experiment. I put it underneath the LCD screen. I'm wondering if I should put it over the LCD screen. I'm not sure. It's 84 degrees out. It's nice where you don't have that cold weather. Sunday is the Ring of Light, so I'll be looking at that. It's at f1.8 right now, 1/50th of a shutter speed. And with the ZV-E10, it either is on human or animal. Thank you very much.
Have a good day, sir.
Okay. I got my drink. My throat should be satisfied. This guy, well, I got in the center lane. I think she's going to make a left too. Yeah, she didn't do it. Couldn't do it. Okay. Alright, everything looks good. I'm gonna turn that off. I do see some clouds, which is nice. So with this lens, it doesn't have to go to 1/30th of a shutter speed. In the dark, it goes 1/50th. So that tells me how good this lens is. I do not have it on a -2 exposure compensation. Not yet, anyway. And some people like the flaring. You know what? I'm going to put it on anyway. There it is. Is that too dark? went to 1/20th shutter speed, I'd have 2.8. So you see, messing with the exposure compensation, you get different ones. So it's at 3.2 now. I'm just trying to reduce the flaring. It's right at sunset. That way I don't have to change it. It just might be too dark. But I know from fact, with using this lens so far, I think the lights are too bright on the road. And that's where it brings in, I think they're too bright, okay? So I see the volume. I'm wondering if it's too loud. You know, you can always turn that down on the videos. So I see the sun just went underneath, but there's hardly any clouds. I've been dying to use this. I've used the lens on the ZV-E10, and it was a disaster, you know, with the IBIS. And I had that problem with the R6 Mark II. And that's in the vehicle, okay? The IBIS would move around and stuff. Even if I enabled it, it did not perform well. But when I put the R8 and the digital stabilization, like the ZV-E10 with the digital stabilization of steady shot on, it performed well. So I've used the RF 16 millimeter and the 24 millimeter and 35 millimeter on the Sony. On the full frame lenses, I've used the 24 millimeter G lens, which is small compact. I've used the 40 millimeter, and I've used the 50 millimeter f1.8 and the 2.5. And I got two nifty 50s f1.8, one for the APS-C and one for the full frame. I got the 40 millimeter G on the A6100, which makes me look fantastic. I got the nifty 50 on the ZV-E10. I've had the 11 millimeter, which I have on this camera, on the one in the studio. I also got in this car the kit lens and the 55-210. So I may stop the car and take some pictures of downtown for Night City. I also have the ZV-1 Mark II, and I have the Nikon Z5 with an assortment of lenses. You know, the 24 to 105 f4 against the R8 24 to 120 f4 to the R8 24 to 105 f4. I got the 100 to 400 for the R8, and then I have on the Nikon the what was it, the 105 macro f2.8. I think it's a 2.8, And I have the 17 to 28, 28 to 75, and then the 70 to 180 for that Z5. And they're all 2.8s on that end. And there's a school bus at 7:30 at night. So it usually has something to do with sports. So the lighting looks very controlled. We can go for a wee moment up here. Full tank of gas. I already talked about that the winter fuel you get less gas mileage than you do on summer. Space between me and the bus, trying to get you a good scene. So this is a Thursday night, folks, okay? It's not a Friday. I was watching The Last of Us, the first season, and it's awesome. But boy, there's some scary parts in the DVD. I watched Kick Butt 2, so I got that DVD. And then I got the Doctor Who 13th Doctor, I believe, the female. So I got the whole series on that. So I'm catching up on some DVDs when I can. Yeah, you can't get the city because this bus is in the way. Sorry, folks. But the lights are coming on. Sun's going underneath. It's only 7:30 at night. Usually they're home eating dinner. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Guy. Let this car go by. The screen should get lighter shortly. It's back at f1.8. down San Pedro, but that's a long drive, so. At the 6600 and 6700, A6700. Where I can put those lens. And I'm thinking of the A6700 because of the newer camera. But I don't know if it has auto framing. I mean, I don't really need it. Okay. But for picture quality and stuff, I could take it. But they have a rangefinder view. A lot of people are talking about that they like the compact size of the 6700, but I think a lot of them like an EVF. So they had like a 6700 with an EVF. Now what I could do is get the A74, all right? So I think the 6700 is a 26 megapixel and the A74 is a 33 megapixel, okay? And then once you put those APS-C lenses on, it'll crop automatically. And that would be the way to go. Now, I don't know how the A7R5 would do with crop sensor lenses. Okay, guy, you're going to get in the left lane or what? I hate when people say, nah, I'm not going to do it. That guy driving me nuts. There he goes. And he still hasn't moved to the left. Yeah, finally did it. That's 410. And this guy just passed me. Ah, crap. Okay, so here's the 410 interchange, the airport. Take there to go there. I've been through there once already. This is the twilight hour, the golden hour. And it's beautiful. I already have it at -2 exposure, so it's at 1/125th of a shutter speed. I got in program mode. ISO is at 1000. It'll get much better once I'm in the downtown area. More city lights. So I tilt the LCD screen down a little bit so it doesn't reflect on the front windshield. And I have the red light that warns you that it's being recorded off, because that disturbs some people too while they're driving. So it's all black. I'm not using the white one. The reason why I picked white, and the way I told Peter Gregg, was that you save temperature. You know, we go back for a while when I was trying to give him some advice to keep his iMac cool with the fan, and he put ice cubes down. So we've learned to use fans, we've learned to use different things, but we saw videos of the difference of having a white camera compared to a black camera, and that it stayed on longer and it didn't overheat that much. Now the ZV-E10 will overheat, but it depends on your temperature. And what I've also been noticing is my outside unit for the air conditioning hasn't been coming on that much, not because of the lower temperatures, but what I've heard was even on cloudy days and stuff, if you put like a little tent or shelter that blocks the sun from hitting that, your air conditioner will come on less, or it'll cool the house and then it'll shut down, and you get lower fees. So I think that information is correct. So if you put like not a tarp, but you know, some shade on your outside unit, and of course you let it hot air get out, but you know, you just cover it in front and on the side. That should be enough, you know, for the car, for the air conditioning not be on all the time. I'm always experimenting. So I had 2 months of where it was like almost $300, but usually it's just about $100 a month. And my buddy, or my neighbor, bought solar panels, and it reduced his monthly fee, but he's paying an extra $100 a month, you know, to pay off those solar panels. Me, I would buy it outright and then get me a battery, you know, for battery backup. So we're getting close to downtown. Start seeing the city lights. This is 11 millimeter, okay? I'm trying this out to look at the if there's any lens corrections, and it's been pretty good so far. I haven't seen any purple fringing or truck. Yeah, you see, you get people turn on their turn signals, and I guess he's going to stay right. We'll be taking, going on the right-hand side of the city. I've done that too. So he's going to Laredo. I've gone to Austin. up to my favorite building. So folks, what you're seeing is what I'm seeing, okay? Now the LCD screen is crappy, okay? I think it has only 1.06 million dots or something like that, if that at all. So I don't know if it's darker than it should be. Can you see that airplane in the air? And there's a lot of cars on the road. Of course, I've been going at 9 o'clock before too, but I wanted to get here kind of early. And here we go to the Alamo. Could have gone straight, but I didn't want to go to St. Paul Square. So on this one, I can't remember if I make a left or I go straight and then make a left, get on Houston. And that's the best way of going. Looking at the screen, it looks pretty good. Might be a little bit too dark though. It's at 3.2, 1/60th of a shutter speed. I'll keep it like this. I'll change it if it's too dark. Yeah. So there's Bonham. I go straight, then I make a left. I think an Avenue. Yeah, the Alamo's to the left. I'm thinking right. This should be Houston. Yep. Okay. And there we go. This is too dark for you. Is it too small? There's a lot of people walking down here. And this guy can't make up his mind. Okay, so what I'm going to do I'm going to 0. Okay. So you might like this a lot better. I think it's a little bit too much, but I want to show both ways with this lens. So it's at f1.8, 1/50th of a shutter speed. There's a Tesla in front of me. I'm seeing more and more Teslas. But I would get me a hybrid. Yeah, they got construction still on certain buildings. Yep, there's North Main. So I'm going west, okay? So let's bring down the exposure compensation to 1, -1. Have a happy medium. You can still see the reflection on the road. See that tall building. So let me see if they blocked off where I can't go forward when I get past Flores. Yeah, they're still constructing over here. There's Flores. Yeah, so I can't come back this way, but see road work ahead. I'm working on that Alameda. I like going down this road right here, but what I'm going to do is go to the left and come back over here. Yeah. I don't think anybody's in that Alameda. It was a movie theater. They closed up. There's Santa Rosa. I'm gonna go this way. Okay. I want to go to De La Rosa. I have to go this way. Okay, I see red lights. There we go. Green light. Yeah, they're doing a lot of road construction right here, folks. Okay. That's Laredo, South Laredo. That'll be the next one, I think. again, I mean not. So, this is the courthouse. Or the okay, there's Flores. So this is -1 exposure. It's not too dark. I want you to look at this frost building. See, that's what you can do with this 11mm. There's Commerce. So a lot of these streets are one way. So, Commerce is left. Yeah. I'm going to go straight. So Market Street, De La Rosa, so one street, and then there's Commerce. So they go east and west. They're the main ones. Houston Street, east-west. Travis, east-west. That's basically the heart of this downtown area, okay? So right now I'm going north. We're hitting Erie stoplight. So I went down Houston Street already, as you can see. So it's at 150th F1.8. To the right is a nice restaurant. Be a perfect time to eat out there now. But I already ate. So Travis is basically, and I'll probably go right at East Pecan Street. Or I might go to North Santa Rosa. Yeah, I think I'll make a right at East Pecan Street. Because, or I can come back down North Main. Yeah, that's why I stayed in this lane. This is the cars parked. So I'll make a right up here. Come on, guy. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be behind this guy. Oh man. So you can see a lot of construction here. They're getting out this building to the right. There's Soledad. North St. Mary's. I can keep going on. Now let's make a right. And you can see some people. Now these are apartments area right here. And there you go. That's the Alamo Tower. It's a business center. Now, I get -1, all right? So it's not too bad. But I see a horse and carriage. And I think you can see it too. It's on the left-hand side. So there's Houston. There you go. I think they are moving. I'm waiting for this car to see if he... Yep. I'll let him do it. Because I want to get the picture of the horse. Isn't that pretty? That's why I have it kind of like in -1 so it doesn't glare out. And we're at the Riverwalk. There's one to the right. Love it. Love it. I'm going to go to Market Street. A movie theater to the left. Okay, you can't make a left, you can make a right. Wood Suites. There we go. Alright, guy, what are you doing? I'm just going up and down these streets, crisscrossing. Now, just to show you, -0. Is that too bright? Too much glare? -2. Is that too dark? I'll leave it at 1. Happy medium, okay? There's Crockett. There's College Street. So you can see that purple lights on the building. I'm not going down Houston. Going. You can see the horse and buggy going to the left. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm waiting for people to cross the road. Alright. So we'll go back down Pecan Street. There's a park to the right. Bus stop. There's Jefferson. I like going down Jefferson. So I'm just crisscrossing, going down one street. I think I'll make a right. Here. And catch up to that horse and buggy when I get a chance. So I'm now going west, okay? I just made a square around Travis Park. Benches, trees. So they made a left at St. Mary's. I don't know what those guys trying to do. Oh yeah. Guys, let the pedestrians cross the road. There's St. Mary's. I've been down that one. That's where you saw the Alamo Tower. So I'm just showing you different parts of the downtown area going up and down the street. Showing off this lens. It's doing a pretty good job on this camera. Okay? I love the wide field of view. There's the Frost Tower Bank, or Frost Tower again. Simran. I like going down this road. It's real nice. See a lot of plants or trees. It's a little offshoot of the Riverwalk. I see, this is nice. I think this is my favorite part. It's going down this road. So the lighting, the trees, it's a nice walk. Santa Rosa. Yeah, let's go this way. So here's part of the highway, okay? So this is just the access road. I'm not getting on the highway. I'm gonna go to North Flores Street. Or, yeah, let's do that. This will bring me back to town. So you can see the PNC building. So if I can get all the way down on North Flores, it has the county courthouse, it's 8 o'clock at night. So our time will change first week in November because the Texas State House did not pass the bill in order to notify Congress that, hey, we want to stay on one time. So, and there's a little history about that. They thought it was the farmers that changed it, but actually it was Canada that changed it, and we just followed suit in the early 1900s. So, just for your information, the Canadians did it first. We blame them. And I have a lot of friends up there, so I gotta watch my mouth. Here's the guy on a scooter. There you see. A lot of these scooters, they don't wait for the stoplight. They just, okay, it's clear, I'm going. So you see tall buildings down here and you see smaller buildings. There's Houston again. You know what? I might turn left. And go by the Alamo. There's North Main. Yeah, I'll do this later. So I am down on Houston again. It's my favorite street. Oh, that and Cameron. There's Soledad. see scooters to the right. So what they do is they pick them up, they charge them, and then they park them. And they do that all during the day. They collect a lot of these other scooters. So you can see scooters parked everywhere downtown. They have kickstands, all right. There's the Majestic. So they show movies, musicals, a lot of stage playing. Usually you park your car and then you walk. Oh, they got some bikes. All right. Okay, folks. Here's a treat. Horse and buggy coming up. Just need the traffic to get out of the way. Okay, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. Love it. Okay. So what do you think of the 11 millimeter? Pretty good, right? This is North Presa Street. Sony Street, which will go back down later. But what do you think? I think it's doing a pretty good job. Alamo to the right. There's the one of the court buildings where the post office to the left used to be located, the main post office, and they closed that part down. And they're closed. They closed at 5:30, but there's the other one to the right with the wall. I walk down here. Straight. Okay. Do I want to go down Bowie Street? Or go straight? And let's go to St. Market Square, across the highway. So I came in from up here in this car that's making a left. So I'm going straight. St. Paul Square. So this is by the Alamo Dome, okay? And they had some hotels, and the train is here, and they got some restaurants and stuff. There we go. There you can see the famous atmosphere. So here's St. Paul's Square. Yeah, a lot of restaurants and stuff. You can park a car here and do a lot of walking. Some buses. They got some nice shops down here. I'm gonna make a left here. There's a Riverwalk entrance. They have some St. Paul Church and another church here. It's real busy during football season. Let's hope getting so you can see part of the Alamo Dome support. You usually can see a lot of horses come over here on this side too. So you can ride around, they can give you a tour, or it's kind of like a taxi service, you know. I can go straight, but I'm not. I'm going to go back here. So what do you think? So this is Commerce Street. And this is a long light. But what I'm thinking of doing is making left and go to the Hemisphere Tower. It was a Tower of the Americas, all right? It was the World's Fair in 1968 in San Antonio. And there's a restaurant to the top. Now I had my wireless Go mic. Usually I take this road right here. To get back on the highway. So this is Market Street to the right, where you see all this traffic coming in. Okay, now it's green. Towers of America. Or the Hemisphere Tower, or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be to my right. Now they've had this blocked off here. They have it open now. There's the Alamo Dome. So this is the Alamo Dome with the tower up here. See how tall that is? Let me do this real quick. Isn't that pretty? Can't get a nice, beautiful shot like that before. Okay, it's... Just wanted to show you that. Almadone is right here. And once I get to this road, you'll see why. So there's the Almadone, okay? It's all one area. The Spurs used to play basketball here. And then they made their own Coliseum next to the rodeo. But they want a new building now. Always want a new building. More money. So I'm going to Seaver Chavez right here. Okay. And the Federal Building is up to the right. What do you think of the clouds, folks? If I do this to 0, what do you think? Is that too bright? Well, you can see the clouds better too, can't you? I think that's a pretty shot. This is a nice drive right here down this road. I'll be making a right on Alamo Street. And here we go. I don't know if I can make a right. I don't want to be caught in there. Okay. Road construction once again. But I can make a right eventually after this light, if I can make this light. So, you like the glare? Or you want less of it? Let me know in the comments below. Okay. So you can see all this construction down here. You can see some hotels. There's the Fairmont, famous hotel. They moved the whole building. I think that was it. Here's part of the Alamo to the right. Coming up to West Market Street. And I'll be turning left on Crockett. Well, that's a neat design right there. They got it in part of the city. North Main, where I usually come off of San Pedro. So it's Main Street, turns into San Pedro, and San Pedro Church is right there. But I wanted to show you all this right here. It's all the horse and buggies to the right. There you go. So they're doing a lot of construction down here. I don't see a driver or anyone. Yep, there's the driver. It's by the horse, scratching the back. So the animals to the right, okay? They're expanding the, I think they're going to put up the walls and stuff, like the original fort. Got a lot of shops right here to the left. There's college, so you're going to see some, yeah, he's picking up a guy. You're going to see some more horse and buggies coming up. They usually park down here. Oh boy, October 16th. So here's the Riverwalk coming up. And you can see some horse and buggies to the left. There you go. A lot of people park their vehicles here. There's a bus. So you see a horse and buggy going. Okay, there's College Street, but I don't want to go there. I think I'll be going down Houston again. Yeah, I could make a right. I want to go down all the way and then come back. I'm going to show you. And you can see a horse. So see, I got it at 0. Here's Houston Street. Keep crossing it. Travis. Here's the park again. Horse and buggy crossing to the right. So I'm going straight to Broadway, make a right, and it turns into La Soya. I've been recording for an hour and 26 minutes, folks. No overheating. So if I had the R50, you can only record for an hour. R7, no problem. But I never did like the joystick placement, and I just didn't like the camera. Okay, so here we go. Broadway. So there's a lot of nice shops down here. See, there's Houston again, but I'll be going straight. So, when I cross this street to Houston, it's one way. So where you see all those people crossing, and I'm going to go to -2 again. Okay, so you can see how dark it is. 1/50th of a shutter speed, f1.8. Because I'm on my way out, folks. So I showed you most of the downtown area. And I have to get on the left lane. Okay. So there's a horse. There's the lights. You're going to hear some music. There's about 3 different places where a lot of kids hang out. The cellar is where you hear most of the music from. And then they got a McDonald's right at the corner. And then a lot of people go down to the Riverwalk right here. So there's a lot of restaurants on, or I should say, yeah, restaurants on the Riverwalk. There's some hotels that walk onto the Riverwalk. And then there's like the mall to the left. So you see there's Commerce. Come on, guy. And I'll be making the left up here. Go to East Market Street. I think I'm in the right lane. Over to the left, which I will, right after this car on my left. Okay, I'm on my way out, folks. So here you have it. Oh man, a big LCD screen to the right. Football game. The Broncos and the Chiefs. wait that long. I don't think I'll make this light though. Okay, I meant to do this about a week ago, or Sunday, but with circumstances unseen, got the oil working, got the car working good. And here we go. Back on the interstate. And you probably can't see the clouds too good, but I don't like too much flaring. So in the old days, I would go right, crossing I-35, but they got all the construction on there. It'll save me about, what, 5 or 8 minutes? So I'll go the longer way, less construction. So I've been messing with the exposure compensation. This is what I'm seeing, actually what you're seeing, okay? And it looks like someone won the Powerball. That's good. It's like close to $1 billion. You can see the sharp curves that we have here on this highway. There's my favorite building to the left. So you're not seeing the clouds, okay? I like it more controlled. I like the reflection on the hood. I'm thinking of getting off at Evans. So what I'm doing tonight with this lens is I'm testing out, I'm going to try to get over 2 hours of driving, okay? And there's these guys again with the barrels. Nope, road repair, tire. Here's the Stadium. There's Hildebrand by the zoo. I might do that. Been watching a lot of stuff about Gaza and Israel going on there. this is 4K 24. Okay. I've been seeing less stuttering than that 4K 30th. Seems like every 30 seconds or something you'll see some stuttering, especially if I go over a bump or something. So I see less stuttering. I think there's 2 more turns or curves. Looking at the A6400 also, but even if the lenses are small for APS-C, a good kit lens, all 3. I got the 55 to 210 and the 16 to 50. Okay. Still think the body is too small. That's why I was looking at the 6700, because it's the grip I think is a little bit better than the 6600, and it has some newer features too. You know, I don't know if they have the AI. I have to look at it again. I'm watching Mark Bennett's Camera Conspiracies channel. He gets all the cameras and so they got a thing with the 6700 against the Fuji X320. He also did the one with what was it? Yeah, 6700 versus the R7. So those are 2 great videos to look or watch. He gets into detail. There are other viewers that have both cameras and show them off too. See, a lot of these people, they only have a camera for about 2 weeks, maybe a month if they're lucky. And if they have it over a month, then it's pre-sale. So they can't use raw files or whatever. Some users do have the full functionality with the cameras. So what you're seeing now is basically when I'm viewing. I'm worried about this truck on the left. Going the speed limit, and he slowed down, but it might be because of the curve. Now he's going to take off. Yep. So we're going to the north side. This is the runway, by the way, of the airport, one of the runways. straight to Evans. Been doing it for an hour and 43 minutes. Seeing the ambulance to the left. Coming my way. So, with this wide field of view, this is great, okay? With this camera. But everything looks so tiny. But it is clear. The ZV-E10 doesn't have all the latest features, like on the 6700, ZV-E1, A7C2 and R. I was looking at the R5, looking at the Z8. I like the tilt or the flippy tilt screen on the R5. I think the A7 IV is more in tune for me, but I'm waiting for the ZF. I've been waiting for that ZF forever, and I'm still waiting. I see some people getting it already, so I'm waiting. So with the Amazon Prime, I got a good deal on the ZV-E10 and a good couple of lenses. I might pick up another power zoom lens, 16 to 50, because one I dropped and it broke. So they're about 300 bucks. Not too bad. So I see, I like the controlled lighting. I think this is perfect right here. A lot of people might disagree with me. I think when I get past 1604, it goes down to 60 miles an hour. This is what they're going to do in my area, these ramps and stuff. I mean, it does look nice, but man, it's a 5-year project. There's Evans Road. And it does go to 60 miles an hour. This becomes one lane anyway, so. I don't think I ever recorded more than 2 hours, ever. So, this is kind of nice. Yeah, this is where it becomes one lane. McDonald's is real busy tonight. I still got my drink. And here's Evans Road. I like this road because now I think I'll be making a right at Boverdi. That's 40 miles an hour here. Up the way it's 45. But I like the greenery and driving on this road. So see, if I had that zero exposure compensation, it'd be too bright. You know, and it's at 1/100th of a shutter speed. So it's amazing. This lens is amazing. It's at f1.8, okay, -2 exposure compensation. And the ISO is going between 2,000 to 800, depending on where the light is. And that's what I want to show off. So you don't see much stuttering. You see controlled lighting. And I've gone 58 miles since I filled up. I'm almost averaging 27 miles to the gallon, even driving downtown. Now, I've gotten up to 37 miles a gallon, just going 65 miles an hour. That's on the highway all the way. And here's Boverdi coming up. But you know what? I'm going to go straight. So when they have the stoplights on the car, you don't see much flaring. This is what I'm seeing. Got some of these lights working now. They're still building some communities off of this road. 20 years ago, there wasn't hardly anything here. "79 degrees outside, folks." I wish it could stay like this all year. Morgan's Wonderland. Okay, this is one of the communities that they're building up. So they got the lights working finally. Flashing, so they'll probably turn it on within a week or two, or you would have to stop there now. And you can see there's a lot of up and down on this road. You climb a hill, you go down a hill. Almost up to 2 hours of recording time. Yeah, almost made it 27 miles to the gallon. So you see with these bright lights, it's more controlled. You can see some clouds now, but this is at -2 exposure compensation. So this is what I'm exactly seeing. I mean, I can put it to 0 and you can see the clouds better, but then these lights from these cars will just blow you out of the way. Well, they blow me out of the way anyway if they leave their brights on. So this part of the stretch, it's 45 miles an hour, okay? But on my dash, it says 40 miles an hour. And I have no way of, I mean, I can have my cell phone take control, but I don't like the map, the Apple Maps, whatever. I like the navigation map better on this one. Isn't that wonderful? The only thing I have to watch out for is deer in this area. Now up here on the right, shortly it would be a high school, which I never knew was here until this past year. I think it's called Veterans Memorial High School in Blue Verde. And it might be part of my area too. But you can see how bright these truck lights are. And you can see some of the clouds. See, it's only 9:08, but I went over the 2-hour mark. How about that? Let's see if I can go to 2 hours and a half. I got a terabyte SD card in here. So the way you do it is you don't transfer it to your hard drive. You just keep it on the SD and then you use the program to compress it. So yeah, they've been turning the lights off at this high school right here. Degrees, but I got 79 on mine. Now it will get bumpy up here just before the railroad tracks. And then they'll get road will get a little bit better when I get toward the stoplight. So it's real bumpy right here, okay? So always slow down a little bit. See, there's a lot of potholes and rough road. And I'm going straight. I mean, I hit the 2-hour mark. I says, you know, that's good enough. So instead of making a right at Lookout, I will go straight because I love the lights. So I'll go by the Horse Doctor. And the church. The guy's been doing a lot of work on this property right here. So he's cleaned up quite a bit of area. But the road is awful. See, I put on my brights. Is probably to the right. Yep. Turn them off. Nope. One more turn or curve. Here's this property. Used to be an old dance hall here, and then they moved it. I'll be going underneath the railroad tracks up here, and then the road gets better because they did a walk park So right here. Now you're in the smooth part. Isn't that neat? So there's a walk area that begins there. Bicycle path. Horse doctor to the right. I like going down this road with all the lights and stuff. Done many tests this way. At the stoplight, if you make a left, you go to the warehouses. To the right, I go home. But I'm going straight. And I'm still testing out the lens. So you can see all the traffic coming on. You know, for a Thursday night, it's shocking. But of course, if I'm out, why can't they? Okay, I'm gonna have to slow down. It's like up to 30 miles an hour up here shortly. Still says 35, but it's going to turn to 30 shortly. See? I don't know if you can read the sign. So it's 1/50th of shutter speed. It doesn't go down to 1/30th. There's the access road I-35. Yep, look at all the bottleneck of the traffic. That's why you don't get on I-35. See traffic getting off. So it's kind of like a merging. I'm letting these cars on because they've been waiting. Looks like everybody's going to the right. Yeah, they're blocking that part off. But you see, I think some people can go straight. You know what? I'm not gonna try it. I'll go a different way because I see a police car blocking, so they don't want anybody to go. They want them to get on the highway. So I'm not going to do it. They're putting up the city lights for Christmas. They should be done. So you can see the pretty lights to the right. Gonna put up a tent. Yep, they've already gotten that up. That's about $120 to drive around for an hour, folks. have all the lights on. And they put it up early. So, you know, they've been up here for about 3 to 4 years. And I finally went the first time last year. And I used I think it was the Z30. That was the only time it didn't overheat. So what you do is you put your radio station on to the Christmas music, going through the city lights. So I've been recording for 2 hours, 11 minutes. So I'm going straight down Lookout Road. I'm going to go to 1604, but stay on the access road. So to the left is to my house. Wow, I'm at 27.6 miles to the gallon. There's a couple of reflectors right there which they forgot to take off. To the left is where I go and watch the deer in the neighborhood next to me by the water tower and the cemetery. So they got an old Civil War cemetery to the left. And then if I drive a little bit further, there's a new one right here on the left. Or I already passed it. Okay. So this is a faster way of where I want to go. Take a look at the Randolph Credit Union area with a whole bunch of restaurants and stuff. So I was wondering what they were doing here, and they put up a couple more of supports because they're gonna widen up 1604 here. I already told you about the lane changes and stuff. I might do that too, just to get past this truck. He's driving real slow, but he's going up. Used to get on the 64 this way. Credit buildings to the right. There's the construction. So I have to go in here. Right lane closed. I'm hoping to make a right at the stoplight. Look at all the pretty lights. And they're putting barrels down. Okay. So I couldn't, with the traffic jam on I-35 because of all this construction, I just bypassed all that. I would still be on the highway if I didn't do this. So IKEA's to the left. I think they're closed. They close at 9. And then the restaurants are down here. Talked about these CVC pipes. So they're supposed to build more buildings to the right, like restaurants or something like that. Just that they haven't done anything. The market hasn't really come back yet. So Twin Peaks is a famous, well, it's a hangout for a lot of your people, young people. Still see a lot of cars there. But they got like Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse. They got a brew house. Going in front of there. So what I'm trying to do is, besides extending the recording, make the longest video ever for me, I want to show you what it's like in the parking lot with the lights situation. Going on in front of the building. Look at the features. Now, I am going to do is go to 0 again. Just for this, okay? So I think this is cool. Just looking at, like there's the Olive Garden. I think they're closing down now. Still see some people in there, but so they got the Black Rifle Coffee Company. That's a new one. There's the entrance here. There's Twin Peaks. I'm going to leave it at this right here, okay? And leave it. You can see more flaring. This is what I want to show you. But then you get to see more things too. Because there are some areas that are dark here. Now, I'll make a right here, and I'm going to show you some of the lights, because this is higher ground to the right. And I always like showing off this stuff. Okay, here's a little peek. So this is where I was. I was down there. The Longhorn Brew House. I don't know if you can see Twin Peaks with the green lights to the right, but and then IKEA is to the left. So what I'm going to do is do a high shot right about here. Okay, here you go. So if I go a little bit closer, here you go. See the parking lot down there. Twin Peaks is the green one in the back. Just want to show you how far it is, how tiny it looks with this lens. And then, of course, this is IKEA building. Lady in her shopping cart. She didn't put it up. I want you to look at this sign. The lights, the colors. Okay. Now, I'm going to zoom. And I got a clear image zoom, okay? So it only goes up to 1.5. But if I come closer, what do you think? Is it clear? And I'm gonna leave it at 1.5 crop, until I get back home. I also want to see if there's any stuttering. Now, if I did the exposure compensation, it's -2 again. See how dark it got? But that's what I'm seeing. And I think it looks good at a 1.5 crop. Or zoom, I should say. So this will give me like, what, 6.5, 17.5, 18. There is an 18-135 for the Sony, but and I see lights. I don't know if they're going to block the road. I may have to go a different way. These green ones right here. I'm at -2, by the way, folks. So I see they're blocking this part. But I'm going straight. So looks like I got here at a good time. Yeah, almost at 2 hours, 30 minutes, folks. All-time record for me. Hope you enjoyed it. You know what? I'm going to go straight. See what they're doing on these buildings. So I think they completed one on the right. Nah, they're not done yet. They still got a fence up. See where the road is kind of rough. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna get more straight. There's a Cadillac to the left. I don't see many cars here. There's more apartments. See the sprinklers going on. So I'm going to make a left here at Cadillac. Yeah, they don't have any stripes on here. So the parking lot. So At Home is to the right. I love this store. Probably have all their Halloween stuff out. And show you some of the restaurants. So I see all the lights are on still. Okay? Yeah, the store's closed. So this is At Home. They haven't turned off the lights yet. And then there's Hat Creek. I've never been there. So good food. Good pride. Oh, good friends, good fun. Okay. I may have to go there. And I've shown you that building a couple times. Love the stonework and the columns. So they have like James Avery jewelry, Burlington. I always thought Burlington was a coat store, but then they got a pizza place up here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some creamer, more bread. I'm gonna order some pizza. I'll just go to the grocery store. I'm tired of them not having it in stock. There's QTs. I like going in there for the lights. And sometimes for gas. It's kind of windy outside. And I've made it to 2 hours and 31 minutes. And what is going on here? Yep, everybody's taking out Lookout Road because of all the construction on I-35. So I see I'm glad I'm not going that way. But look at all this, folks. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. This is like almost a mile. It's a half mile actually. So I got another half mile to go to my place, but that's how far this has been backed up. So like I said, to the right is where I go and see the deers. And this is the cemetery that we drove the other day. Oh man. I'm glad I'm going home. 5 years of this stuff, folks. Okay, so let's test out the lights. You know, I gotta test out the lights. And I get it at -2, all right? So I'm waiting for the leaves to drop. Last year they dropped in November. It's been a lot cooler this year. Last year it was hot still. I don't think it's reaching the 90s. I think it just reaches like in the mid 80s now, which is a good thing. And I'm glad I'm not up north. So, let's see if we see any deer. See, some people have Halloween decorations. I'm gonna show them off. I'm sorry. But look at that. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. Up there they have lights. It's at the top of the hill. I hate to mow their grass. It's the type where you can go downhill, you just don't want to go uphill. You have to cut it sideways. So let's look at these lights, okay? Look at the flaring. I'm real slow. You can see some of the decorations. See this street light? Okay, this one is more controlled. I like this light because it's kind of like a blue purple. It shows on here blue. And it looks more like a purple fringe. But I love the trees, lights on the trees. And then this is the Christmas or the Halloween setup that I like looking at. So this is at 1.5 zoom, okay? So instead of being real tiny, I got it 1.5. Thought I'd show that off. The gate to the right is where the deer come in from next neighborhood over. And this is my street right here. So thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. And I have to cut the grass tomorrow. Let's open this up. See, now it's at 3.2 again. Now I went to 1.8. Now I'll get in here. Yep. 2.8, 3.2, 2.0. Okay, folks. Have a wonderful day. Bye.